All right, we're live. It's springtime. It's feeling nice. You can see the green popping in. There's still some barren trees, but the green is starting to fill in. Look at that. Look at that lush green. That's this part right there. So you can see the city still back there. Chrysler behind that tree. Empire State. Y'all know the deal. We got some nice stuff. The stuff you're gonna need to wear soon, because it's getting warm. That's right. Littlebigs, Highdarts, pleated shorts, little trifecta. 3 vibes. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Willie should be here shortly, I suspect. Snowing in Europe, huh? I'm supposed to be there next week. Hopefully it's warmed up. Here we go. People are waiting, I guess. That's cool. Littlebigs are great. I got them on. Highdarts. Looking real nice. Roll dyed. And then the pleated shorts. Check this out. The crispy ones. Not pulling out crispy though. Let's go. Here we go. There we go. I know where we should start. Tyler is in the chat. You want to see Tyler Fits, you gotta go to Reddit. Actually, it should be on the product pages too. Fit videos, but Tyler's recovering from a minor under the weather incident, so heal up. Let me turn this off. Sounds like Willie's coming in. Everything changes. Yeah, he's healing. He's healing. He was like, I can do it with the mask on, and I was like, nah, it's probably not a good look. What do we got?
3 things.
3 things. I think I broke it down.
You did?
Yeah, I think I broke it down a little bit, so. But everybody needs that Willie take.
Pleated shorts. Okay, so one new style, iterative style, one full repeat style, and one also another iterative.
Yeah.
One. Yeah.
But this one's been like telegraphed a little bit more. Let's start with the Highdarts, because we can go. You know, you guys know Injex, so there's a few things different from previous Injex Highdarts. They're roll dyed. It's the first time we've roll dyed the Highdarts, I believe. We didn't do very much roll dye last year, that's for sure. It roll dyed in Portugal. And so you can see there's the olive territory. We got a dry tan, I believe, or is it concrete? And black. RD. All of them RD. Roll dyed black, roll dyed olive territory, roll dyed. I guess it's dry tan. It might be concrete, actually. We're going to have to figure that out.
That color?
Yeah. But they look good. They got these nice pleats at the top. They were called pleated at one point, right? So single pleats, outward facing. And
I don't think they were ever called them.
Yeah, no, they weren't called pleated. So I'm confusing them with something else. And then they're darts, right? So we got a lot of different dart shapes. These are the high darts. So that means they got a high rise. They sit relatively high on the waist. And then there's a dart here, and then there's no side seam, right? Mm-hmm. So ordinarily, like, you'd have shaping going on. You need shaping up in the hips, almost any pant. And then it would go all the way down, continue, split. Like, so you'd end up with, like, 4 main pieces, like 2 front, 2 back on your pant. This one just has 2 main pieces, 1 left, 1 right, and it wraps around, right? So coming out here, 1 piece leg. Boom, and there's a side inseam in there, but there's no side seam. This gives you like a really nice clean flow, nice taper to them. Let's talk about how they've changed. We just kind of eased out the fit a little bit.
Yeah, eased out the fit. I mean, I personally, from previous versions of this exact pant of the Injex Highdarts, I think that the butt looks a lot better. spent a lot of time on the butt.
Calvin Klein over here.
Exactly. That's your most vulnerable. You're seen from the back. Your butt needs to look good. So spend time there. I think it just fits a little better. It's a little less, kind of droopy feeling, drop waisty feeling, and I just feel it's a bit, I don't know, sharper.
Yeah, it just got cleaned up. High definition. It's like the rendering. It rendered one resolution stream.
Okay, for me, for this form, I feel rendering complete. Like that. I really I wear this. This is by far my most worn kind of shape, and in the summer, I mean, I don't know what I would do without these pants. I'm being serious.
I mean, most of you have heard the Injex spiel, right? So we're not going to go deep into it, but you wear these in shorts weather, right? There's maybe 1 degree difference or something, but basically, if you can't wear shorts, you can't wear these pants, right? You're going to be cold. If you can wear shorts, you can wear these pants. Obviously, shorts are going to leave you more exposed, but these have a decent UV protection. It varies. The darker the color, the more UV protection, obviously. So if UV protection is your thing, you want to go dark. So keep your legs in the shade while keeping them cool. Super breathable, lots of room up at top, so really breezy. There's mesh pockets.
Mesh pockets?
Yeah. Extra breathability because we're looking out for you guys.
So front is full mesh with a pocket bag that goes into. I tend to do this. That goes into the fly. You don't always see that, so I really do think that's a kind of signing feature of this. Full mesh, and then on the back, mesh.
Half mesh.
And then
I guess it's less than half. 40% mesh.
Probably less than half. These are my favorite little cutie things. These do absolutely nothing.
I didn't even know they were. I don't wear these pants. Yeah.
They're for the belt loops.
Oh, okay.
So they'll have they won't rip out.
Well, so they do something.
They do something, but they're just there. And I love them every morning. I'm like, hello.
Yeah. All right. The little ears.
Yeah.
Little ears.
Little friends.
Somebody called out the fifth pocket. Got a nice big.
Yeah, got the fifth pocket on here. I think
nice big fifth pocket.
This works beautifully on this pant.
Yeah.
And then also double turn back in here if you are very tall.
Yeah.
But I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
And I do not. I've never needed to use this.
So you got nice. So it's double turn back, so there's extra fabric in there. You can let it out quite a bit if you want extra length. There's some questions about the roll dye and how it compares to previous things. So technically, we've always roll dyed the black, and it was roll dyed in Japan, and the Japanese, for whatever reasons, always had a lot of issues, and they hated doing it, and they would switch dyers and all kinds of stuff. And most of the stuff we would garment dye, which would be labeled GD or GDX, we started labeling it. And the main difference between the roll dye and the garment dye is now we took over handling the roll dyeing process. So we work with a facility in Portugal that does the roll dyeing in Portugal. So the fabric is warp knit, weft inserted in Japan, shipped to Portugal, dyed in Portugal. These pants are also sewn in Portugal. These might use the old black, I don't remember, but these are sewn in New York. So there's a global process, which isn't always our ideal. We try and minimize shipping when we can, but it's a global, around the world process here. It's not actually that many more miles to go from Japan to Portugal to New York versus just straight from Japan to New York. But it is some extra miles, which is unfortunate. So when we roll dye, we just have more control over it. Garment dyeing, you can technically do the same thing, but garment dye is always going to be a much more chaotic, random process. And when we were garment dyeing in Portugal, which is actually the same facility, I think, that does the roll dyeing, they didn't dye, in New York, we were able to dye both the polyester and the linen garment dye, but the control is hard, right? You get much more control in the roll dye process, and we're able to dye both the polyester and the linen together. which sometimes looks amazing for certain things. We think for pants, and a lot of times we tend to, pants and shorts, we're really gravitating towards the roll dye. You still get like variation in, let's see what shows it best. You still get some variation in how the polyester, which is the vertical, and the linen, which is the horizontal, you see there's a lot of like color variation. Part of that's just because linen is going to have some variation, so you get a real nice depth of color between the two. But a lot of our, most of the garment dyed injected linen, the polyester would stay white. And so that's the big difference. You get like a pinstriping effect. I don't have an example right here, easy to show you, but that's the big difference. Is it a one-piece waistband? No, there's a one-piece waistband on the pleated shorts here. I guess are they saying one piece in terms of it's one? Yeah,
so
across. Yeah.
Technically.
Yes, it is a one piece in the back.
So it's not a fold over waistband.
Yeah.
But yes, there is no center back seam on the.
Well, so it's technically two pieces. Well, it depends on what you're saying. One piece. So a lot of times one piece waistband. Sometimes it's split in the middle. This is not split in the middle. It is split on the top, right? So there's two pieces there. There's also probably fusible in there. So it depends on what you mean by one piece waistband.
Yeah.
But yes, I think they mean often that means like if it's split in the back, it's not split in the back. And so that is the setup. 3 colors, live in 18 minutes.
Yes, there's no center back.
How is the durability compared to regular linen? Though this is a good question. It's pretty good, especially for its weight. In fact, I'm pretty sure you don't see regular woven linen pants at 170 GSM. I mean, you could probably dig them up somewhere, but it's not common. And there's 2 reasons for that. One of them is the biggest one, right? The opaqueness, right? The injected linen is just much more opaque for its breathability and for its weight than if you wove it, right? And I've done this demo a lot of times, so I'm not going to do it right now because we have some other products to get into. But that's one reason. And then, durability. The poly is going to be more durable than the linen itself, right? And so this is not our most durable fabric by any means, right? It's 170 GSM. It's, I forgot the breakdown, but I think it's 60% linen, roughly. I think it's like 59-41 or something like that. So there's a lot of linen in there. Linen is a very strong fiber in a lot of directions, but it has one weakness, which is that if it bends a lot, it can snap, right? So it's a little more brittle, like when you do sharp bends, right? And that's also why it creases so much and whatnot. And so it's going to be a little more durable than linen of the same weight, but not like the real thing is you're going to get a lighter weight and still be opaque, right? That's why you should buy it. This is not the most durable product in the world. You don't need to baby it, but it's not like it basically it handles regular, very, very average wear and tear quite well, and you get a lot of wear out of it. But it doesn't have that much resistance to catastrophic fails. So things that other fabrics might just, like a small bike crash or something, like some of our other products, it's nothing. Whereas in this, even a small bike crash, maybe it might tear somewhere or something, right? So it's not our most durable product, but it handles daily wear and tear very nicely. And if you factor in how light it is and how breathable it is, it's spectacular, right? So really, but again, the point of this pant is breathability, lightness, a pant that you can wear when you have shorts on here. If you want to get durability, go to the F cloth, go to the Strong Twill. F cloth is going to be the one that's the lightest and still super durable, and you're going to get way more wear out of F cloth. And speaking of F cloth, we probably should talk about this injected linen short first, but we do have some F cloth, some Future cloth shorts, the Littlebigs, brand new product. Let's do the pleated shorts first, though. So we ran these 5 years ago or something?
5 years ago, yes. And I always really felt that they were a very dialed-in product, not for everyone product, but I think they're really quite a special product. If you look at these, actually, these predate the darts.
Yeah.
And the darts, this actually was kind of the genesis for how to start thinking about creating.
This is the source material.
The dart. Yeah, this is primary source.
Yeah.
So here you have one pleat here. Here you have two pleats. You'll also notice this kind of on seam, slightly a curved pocket is what informed the works kind of shape that we run now. Really like some really like tailored specific details here. You have that extended fly extender with the stay button. You know, the idea of a formal short or formal-ish short is kind of like weird to me, but this was my attempt at the time to get it, and I really felt that it stood the test of time, so I wanted it to come back.
Yeah, fancy short.
It's a fancy fucking short.
Look at that. The waistband's got a crazy shaping to it.
Yeah, the waistband is like beautiful. It is a one, so this is like similar to maybe
the paragliders.
Yeah, the paragliders or the chinos from back in the day, where it's like one piece that's then finished at the top with a waistband facing and top stitched down. So this is also technically could be considered a one-piece waistband in a way.
Well, it's or no piece waistband.
Or no piece waistband, yeah. And then, it follows in the back. And then also this dart, I remember spending a lot of time on the angling of this dart and trying to kind of give the back some interesting shaping. Usually you would see it here. Can't really recall the exact reason I went back up there, but it got there and it looks good. Okay, so this is, I'm going to call this out. This is a older product, and so it does have mesh on the front, but I will call out that this back has full mesh pockets.
Yes.
Okay. Just putting that on the table, literally.
There it is. It's a good sign that it's not an Abe product.
Yes, exactly.
Because I don't stand for this, but
this is not AB approved.
Yes, it's in my issue, and I actually don't have this issue anymore because I don't put anything in my back pockets anymore, so it's now fine. Sometimes when you sit on mesh, it can be a little rough, but my main issue is I would put my phone back here and it would bounce a lot. So if you put your phone in the back pocket, you would just be worried about some bouncing with this, but otherwise it shouldn't be an issue. It'll give you extra breathability.
Okay.
Let's do the little bigs we got before they go live.
Okay, next is, this is a kind of iterative short.
Well, we had the bigs. Future bigs are still available. There's lots of future bigs still around from last year. Great product. But sometimes you want to go big and little at the same time.
Yeah, and that's what happens here. So kind of a couple of changes from the future bigs is one is the inseam. This is shorter.
It's the main change.
Is the main thing. Second change is the waistband setup. It now has the 4-point kind of
yes, you can see it here, right? So so this one has it laced in. There's sort of 3 main lacing configurations that we recommend, but maybe you can find your own, right? So we're showing 2 of them here, right? So this is how it ships, right? It just comes out, and then you have your cord coming out. And then this is Tyler's preferred configuration, where you have the 3-bar on the outside, and then you loop these back in, and I actually have it. Let's see how well I can show it. But what I have here, it's tricky because it's folded over. But so, this is gonna be a weird angle. But you can lace it on the inside. Maybe we can do it live for people. We have to untie these knots. But you can lace them on the inside, and I'm wearing them folded over, which gives you a short vibe. But we'll get to that.
I can do it. It's going to take a...
Yeah, it's going to take a minute to untie.
No, it might
be less. It's really like how quickly these knots come undone.
This shit is harder with a
Once the knots are undone, it's easy, Once the knots are undone, it's easy. But, again, there's 4 holes, so there might be other configurations that we've missed that are spectacular. That's part of the reason we love to experiment. These are an experiment. There's an extra experimental thing happening on this experiment. I forgot the number, but we didn't put the number in the product name. It's just in the product description, so that's different. We've always used to put experiment in the product names, and we're just testing because we think it might make our catalog pages look a little better. So it's an experiment on an experiment, double experimentation. So here you can see Willie. This is pretty straightforward. lacing it in, and so you still do have this sort of visible paracord. So if you just despise the paracord, you can just take it out.
Then at this point,
you can just take it out. Take it out. But yeah, you get that nice
in there, and then you relace it in the way this, I mean, this is second nature to me at this
inside
point.
out though. Yeah, like the secret here is you go from the inside bottom out to the out, right? So there's 2 inner holes, 2 outer holes. You go inside and then out. Boom, that's one side, and inside and out. Inside, bottom, out. That's, again, like you could try lacing it differently, and there's other configurations, and we've done some other things, random things, so maybe you can find a better way, but this is how we recommend it.
I dare you.
It's really easy. Here, hold it down just so I show, like, so it's one-handed when there's tension. You can one-hand release, right? You can't do it without tension, right? So, but it's on your body, there'll be tension, so you get that nice one-hand release, two-hand, but really easy adjust right there. No tying. There's actually, you can have less cord because you don't have to tie it. And so you can wear it like this, like so, cleaner. So now we have the 3 visual configurations. So, all right, like you get that on the inside, quite clean, similar, but the bar is on the outside. And then you have it dangling here, outside configuration. This is how it ships. And there's a variant in here, which is how I'm wearing it right now. You want to flip this while I have the camera, just so, because
that's like
so you can also wear it, and this isn't like, I say dialed in, but I really like wearing it like that. There's still things we'd love to iterate on this sort of version, but you flip it over, you get a much shorter short, right? The inseam actually is the same, but you like basically take this 1.5 or 2 inches off of it, so where it sits, like basically you change the rise of the pant. It's not as clean and perfect as we want on the top, but if you're wearing here, why don't you show me, right? So if you're wearing pants, it doesn't matter, and then you get a nice short. So this is size large. I am 5'11", 182 pounds, and here you can see, like, it's folded over, and again, like, not the cleanest at the top, but it works. And now when you fold it over, the adjust goes back to the outside. You don't have to put the adjust on the inside and do the fold over, obviously, but this lets you like cinch on it nicely, so like really nice secure. And then one interesting thing is just like we could just like make a shorter waistband, but the issue is the pocket opening, right? So the pocket opening is actually going under the waistband, which gives you room for your hands to go in. So it allows you to get this shorter fit without like compromising the pockets. So there you have it. That's how I like to wear it as shorts. And then I also wear these to the sauna all the time. And there I do them the other way, like the regular way, default. And that's great. Like more like, basically my swim trunk now.
Someone did ask that question, if they can be kind of hybridy.
Yeah. No, I basically use them as my swim trunks. Injex paragliders dropping Thursday. No, nothing's dropping Thursday.
That is a unfounded rumor.
And yeah, I don't know where that came from. There's nothing dropping Thursday. We got these 3 products, and then there's a bunch more Injex slated for next week, but not the paragliders. There were some questions about we should talk about other versions of this short. So again, we love this short, and we kind of like double down on it a little bit. So there's a mesh version coming. I don't have a date on that, but it's the overkill mesh is not for everybody. It's a mesh, right? So mesh short at your own risk. We'll get into it when we get there, but it's coming, and it will be this exact size, the Littlebigs size, and there's also the Injex Airs, right, which is a totally different design. Similar, it's probably a little smaller, than the Littlebigs. It's similar.
I would probably say a little bit smaller. They know each other.
Yeah, they're definitely in the zone, friends. But they've got it's a totally distinct. They're not coming from the same source, but they're hanging out at the same club.
Yeah. They know each other.
Yeah. And so those are coming in a bit too. And so and then again, if you want bigger, we still have bigs. There's plenty of bigs available. let's see, do Futurelittlebigs work as hybrids for swimming? Yes. And so yeah, you can see inside they've got well, they got a Willie wall here. Let's flip one inside out. Let's do that one. It's the one that we put the 3-bar on the inside. We didn't tell you the colors. This is lilac haze here. Willie wall mesh pockets, so flow through. Obviously, you can adjust or tighten them so they're not going to fall off. And then on the back side, we got mesh on the back here. It's the hybrid. So like when you get wet, you're sitting on this, and then you got your mesh for the water to flow through. And so there you have it. You got double discretion here, right? Because you got the Willie wall and you also have a faux fly. And the faux fly is seemingly like a non-functional detail, but it actually is very, very functional. It keeps you from showing too much information to the world. It's a combination of having some extra fabric, but also some visual bulk and distraction. It really works. You'd think it doesn't, but like when you don't have it, like problems emerge. Problems emerge.
It's one of those things where you're like, maybe that doesn't need to be there.
Yes, and then when you take it off, you're like,
wow, that was a good decision.
Yeah. All right, what else do we got? Let's see about questions.
Someone asked, this is a good question, about these fitting the same as the Futurelittlebigs. So we should talk about that.
Yeah. So if you look at the measurements between these and the Futurelittlebigs are actually quite a bit different, like 1.5 inches difference. And so it just came up this morning that we really noticed this. Somebody pointed it out on Discord. Thank you. And we dug in, and from what we can tell, so basically, these are Roushed, right? And when you do a Roush short, you generally like start with something that's about 4 inches wider than your end size that you're looking for. But there's a lot of variance in there because you're stretching things out and sewing them together. And so if you take the old bigs and the little bigs and you stretch out the waistband, it's going to stretch out to exactly the same. But there's more roushing on the old bigs. So they have more of the full 4-inch compression, whereas these have only more like a 2.5-inch compression, maybe 3. And so it basically means that the elastic is tighter on the bigs than it is on this. So these will be a little softer wearing. It makes it a little harder to size up because they're not compressing quite as much. But in terms of fit, like the stretch dimension that they stretch out to is the same. And again, like with elastic waist shorts and Roushed elastic waist short, there's a lot of variance. You can size up, size down because there's so much, stretch here, right? So you can easily fit a size down in these, and you can size up and shrink them with this. So there's huge variance here. So it's really to fit. But again, like the main difference between these and the bigs in terms of how the waistband interacts is that this will feel a little softer, a little less compressive. So like if you really want the elastic to be holding your waist up, then the bigs are going to be better. Whereas if you want the combination of the elastic and the 3-bar to be holding things up, then this will work here. Or you just like a softer elastic feel. This will be good. There's a question about the flannel I'm wearing. This is there's still, I think there's only one size left, maybe 2. But this is the A cotton flannel. This year's version, totally available. People want to know the shoes. Always, these are the 3XLs. So that's the variance right there. What else do we got? Which Injex next week? We don't make full promises, but basically it's this week we got 2 bottoms, and next week we should have some tops. Top side Injex. There's a lot of Injex coming, but there's some goodies. I think we're hoping for the shank. We're hoping for some offshore action. Hoping for some short sleeves. That one's got a little more variance. I'm missing something. What do we have for next week? short sleeves for sure. We're not for sure. Like we're trying to get the short sleeves, offshores, shanks. I feel like there's something else, but and then again, there's still little variance in the system here, so we'll see what we get. What other questions do we have? Injex, wow. So people want the Injex paragliders. No. Massive Mother's Day drop. I don't know, when's Mother's Day? Did you decide? Yeah, so lidded foil, we're gonna do, well, we still haven't locked down, but we're basically thinking we'll do some bigs, because we switched some stuff from bigs to little bigs, so we're thinking linen foil bigs. But if these little bigs like become like the star of the show, we'll see how they do. They should be live now, actually, by the way, so if you're just watching us talk, like, you can go to the website and buy things. And so yeah, well, bigs are little bigs. Right now we have them slated for bigs, but if the little bigs like do extraordinary, then maybe we'll do the linen foil with the little bigs. We're also going to try something with the linen foil where we're going to use both sides of the fabric, so there'll be the black and the gray foil that we did, but there'll also be the black foil side. Any idea when Rami t-shirts are coming? They keep getting pushed back, but we're really, really hoping for the last week of this month, basically the beginning of May. Fingers crossed. But yeah, they're coming not next week. And I think we're hoping for really soon, but they've been pushed back a few times, so fingers crossed. Rami, there's 4 Rami products. There's no cut 3s though. There's cut 1, cut 2, there's tanks, and there's long sleeves. Are the linears going to be coming hem this year? I think they're not, right? No, the linears will be coming with the raw edge because they're a silk dress pant. Yeah, Rami tanks, yes. Anything slated for next week? Went through that. Local mesh tank is online, yes. Any tanks for more collarbone? That's not in your vocabulary.
You mean?
Well, I guess lower dip. No.
Just take a tank top and put a safety pin in the back. That's what I do every day.
And that gives you more. Oh, like you get more collarbone on this side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So tighter. Yeah. Safety pin. Injex Sailor was off the map for next week, but we got new information, so there's a tiny chance that Sailor might be next week. We'll see.
Oh yeah, this. You're not ever gonna get this from me.
Oh.
That
show us. Wait.
Like, if you want collarbone that's cut out like this, you're never gonna get it from me. I do not like it. If you want collarbone that looks like this, like a little impression, then yes, you'll get that.
The Willie way.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through these questions some more. New Earth tanks. New Earth tanks are proving to be very, very stubborn, but we're hopeful that they're very, very stubborn product. But we've got some interesting stuff. Like we're hopeful that we've worked out all the production issues, but when things are really stubborn, then it's hard to trust them, right? But we think we got it all worked out and they're moving, so we'll see. And there's some other tanks. There's a lot of tank variants coming up. Injex Sailor, two pocket Injex. That's the last product that I forgot. Yeah, we should have Injex 2 pockets for next week. Fingers crossed. Best way to patch repair a small hole for me next time, roll top bag. That's a good question. There are, if you go to like the hardcore Dyneema people, they can sell you little patch kits, and they should work on the next side too. Blazer, yes, there are blazers. The blazers we were hoping to have already. They're looking like more like a month out. But yes, blazers, beautiful blazers. We switched to Portugal. Excited. Dreamweight tanks, yes, Dreamweight tanks are coming. Injex paragliders do rock, yes, they do. Injex ravers, no Injex ravers, but we do have bomb twill ravers. Duck cloth, yes, there are more duck works coming, and we've like been pushing some other avenues on the duck cloth, but they're not fruitful yet. So Injex zip pants, the ones Nick, what did Nick, no?
We're not producing them.
We're not producing them, okay. What do we got? Hardcore rib tank coming as well. I don't know where that came from. That's like a tank layer. Wide bottoms. Yeah, I mean, there's some flows in the works. And some ravers in the works. Suede carry vest, probably not, but there is a carry vest.
There's Injex carry vest.
Yeah, Injex carry vest is in the works, so that's going to be really nice. All right, I think I got to the bottom of this scroll. We got 3 products. They should be live now. Futurelittlebigs, Lilac Haze, Medjool Black. We got the injected linear, Injex Pleated shorts, name change. Blast from the past. And then we got Injex Highdarts and RD Olive Territory. I don't know if we ever resolve whether this is RD Concrete or Dry Tan, and RD Black. Done. We're out of here. Yeah, bye. Later. Enjoy.